During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance. House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction. Don't worry. You can trust Geldus. He's been with us for a long time.
My husband Vendel feared visitors would shun Ravenrock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Let's head inside Retching Net.
If you're looking for work, the mine's been closed for a long time.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your lips. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Well, Zura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redoran Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. Back in 95, Vila Ulin came to Ravenrock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redoran Guard, and then murder Councillor Morvain when we weren't looking. He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that? He underestimated the Redoran Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Veleth himself. Vila Ulin was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulin ancestral tomb. When the Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the ash yam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew. Watch yourself out there. Looks like an ash storm might be brewing.
You've brought Ravenrock back from the brink, traveler. I don't know how to thank you.
Lover Mallory is a wonder with a hammer and anvil. He mended my armor like an old pro.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Let's look into this ancestral tomb. Let's see who goes in there besides us. I must stop lapsing into Aussie speech patterns. Oh yeah. that's a better idea. Leave them alone. Head outside and wait for someone to enter.
Move along, Outlander.
Talk to her.
Excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. Oh, no bother. We all have a right to be here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit.
The mines are open and the shop is busy again. Thank you.
I hope Gelders proved useful. Have you made any progress? Telesu. Are you sure? So Gelders' plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck. Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since. They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands. People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony.
I have nothing but good intentions towards everyone.
Be careful. If the Severans have betrayed us, then they'll be well armed.
The mines are open and the shop is busy again. Thank you.
Visitors the ancestral tomb. Looks suspicious, if you must say.
Hiring Howard. Someone
I'll make it
in
quick.
here with us.
You're also attacking on science. Now. Yeah. Because there's nothing to hide. They're just ask us to leave. Most of us do. This must be typical of Morrowind architecture. Wow. They're doing well for themselves. They've got their own smithy. Another bedroom, alchemy lab. Enchanting table. Oh yeah, ashyams and booze. So there really were parts of the plots. Well, aren't you going to read it? Yeah. There are definitely parts of this assassination plot. Best talk to second councillor Arano. Find out what more he wants. Rather what he wants you to do. Oh, there you are.
You lost?
Talk to him this
You
time.
brought Ravenrock back from the brink, traveler.
Did you find any evidence at Severin Manor yet? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice.
May I have a word with you, councillor?
Of course, Sindiri.
I'm going to send two of the best Redoran Guard we have to take them down.
Can only carry so much
I want
on
you
its
to
journey,
assist
and
them
I'm afraid
any way
we
you
might run
can.
out.
I'll speak with Garen and see if we can't increase
See that you
crop
do.
production this
We
season.
can't afford to let these traitors slip away.
Sorry, Sindiri. I fear we'll be feasting on ashyams a bit more often this year.
Ashfallow Citadel's been abandoned for a long time. Be ready for anything.
Sir of House Redoran can't believe Ravenrock Mine is open again. Finally, something worth defending.
The plan is clear. Let us head to where they're hiding and leave none alive. Yes, summon Narvac! We ride! To bring judgment! Giant mushrooms. Suppose I haven't investigated that. Yeah. Yeah, too big a gap to jump up.
That we might remember.
Another one of those stones. So, that's right next to where we need to be. Yes, the shield of Oriel! Improved as much as you can. Because you are a master of smithing. Come on, get full charge. And now, kill them! Oh, I've heard of these, the Morag Tongue.